Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? It's New Year's Eve here in Bangkok. If you guys are joining me from the US or Europe, I believe it's still the 30th, which is still my birthday, hopefully. Hopefully, I'm just want to really run this live stream and to essentially go over goal making, which is something I do every year on my birthday, which is December 30th. So I will go and you know, set my goals, both personal and business, for 2020. And that's really something that is important to me as far as finding success, knowing that, I am moving in the right direction, knowing that I am setting goals that I want to achieve for the following year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And so for myself, for my businesses, for all different aspects of my life, I'll always set these goals up and really strive to achieve them. And that's really what I want to talk about when I came on here today and look at my goals, maybe get understand from some of you guys what your goals might be, and dive into that. So yeah, let's go. So first one, I think, like, for me personally, goal wise, that I'm looking to do is just continue to improve my levels of physical fitness. Over 2020, I really didn't hit the gym as much as I wanted to. I think a lot of people didn't really get to work out as much as they wanted to, especially in the first half. But coming into the second half, I really started to pick up more of the habits I was looking for, more of the things that I wanted to be doing, like jumping rope, multiple times a week, working towards daily. I'd like to get to the point where, I could jump rope, daily for about an hour, exercise for about an hour on a daily basis. And then, I think because things were sort of so easygoing in Bangkok early on, that, it was very easy to say, all right, you know, do whatever you want, keep the business going, keep doing what you want to be doing, but get after it in some way. And for me, it was a lot of, you know, going after the business, trying to grow the Dapper Villains brand, working in the design studio, working with media clients. And I want to continue that. I know that, especially for Dapper Villains, the first week of the year, week of the 4th, I'll be meeting with my partner, Jay. And Jay and I will be discussing some of the goals that we have for Dapper Villains, the goals that we want to set, sales wise, revenue wise, profit wise, and really dive into that. I think goals are really important. And so from a business perspective, we'll plan all that out. And then Bangkok Strange, me and Mike's will sit down, earlier this year, and we'll go over that once his back is back in shape. What's up, Josh? How you going, Suburban Bear? The book bag should be your goal. Josh has been trying to get me to make a book bag for Dapper Villains for like years and years. And it just doesn't fit with the brand. But maybe I'll make one just for you, Josh, and I'll ship it out to Cleveland. Something that we'll call it your penny haul bag. Something that you can actually haul stuff around in, maybe. We'll see. I've got the time and space to prototype, so maybe I'll work something out. But those types of goals as well. Like I said, also YouTube goals, right? Like Mike and I will set goals for Bangkok Strange, our podcast and YouTube channel that we do together. Hopefully he gets his back kind of squared away. I know he's hoping to go to the chiropractor again on Monday. So that hopefully that new chiropractor will be able to get him moving in the right direction, get him healthy. All right, if you're going to come pick it up, Josh, you give me a date and I'll have it ready for you to come get it. How's that? You give me a date and it'll be ready and waiting for you. And then I want to set, goals for this channel as well. I want to grow this channel. I want to, I'd love to get the Dana Bluin channel to, like 10,000 subscribers this year. I'd like to get it monetized. My watch time's growing. I'd like to get that to the point where I can monetize the channel and start doing some more interesting content. 2022, Josh, you're being lazy, man. You gotta figure out a way to do it in 2021, my man. Restrictions or not, you figure it out. You make it happen. So, these are all the goals that I'd like to put forward for this and start to really, get into place. And growing the channel is going to be one of the more important things. I know, Josh, you're out here. You've got Suburban Beard. What are your goals for the Suburban Beard channel in 2021? Do you plan to grow it? How big do you want to get? Obviously, you want to grow it year over year, right? But do you have content goals? Do you have goals for what you're planning? Any of you other guys out there who are watching, who are YouTubers, or you have some type of social media presence, what are your plans for that as well? And I think, to me, the goals for the channel, big one of them that I already set earlier this year was just to be, or not earlier this year, earlier this month, was to be consistent. So you see that I've got the content coming out more regularly. We had a video drop yesterday, and I'll be getting a lot more of those series back into place. Hey, Stuck, how you doing, man? Good to see you. How's things in Florida today? Evening time, right? Cooling down over there. There'll be a separate Dapper Villains channel, or will this be incorporated with Dana Bluen channel? That's a good question. So Dapper Villains has its own channel for the podcast. So that will continue to run for the Dapper Villains podcast, where we interview other designers, clothiers, tailors, things like that. And that will continue to be its own thing. And that will house over there. But as far as like content that I'm going to put out, like around growing Dapper Villains, around Supervillain Design Studios, Supervillain Media Company, a lot of that content will be sort of focused here for now. Like more of the business side of that, more of the design side of going through those processes. Whereas with the Dapper Villains brand, we'll keep it very specific to the interviews we do, very on brand, because we have a whole brand kit for Dapper Villains. So the finalized products will be shown on our Instagram, will be revealed on our YouTube channel over there. But my intent here is to really flush out that design process. And so as we make things, looking at fabric samples, going out, meeting suppliers, going to the fabric markets, meeting the people, cutting patterns, doing, design development, going through the prototype iteration process. I feel like that's all going to live here on the Dana Bluen channel. So, Josh, you're saying you're going to hit 100K in 2021. You started my new growth strategy this year, working so far. Nice, man. Yeah, you have grown a lot. So you had a big year this year. Obviously, with 2020, I think you were one of the guys in that space who kept hitting content hard, and when everyone else kind of stopped. So, you've got momentum. Keep it going, man, for sure. So mid 70s, sunny today, 80 tomorrow. Nice. Right now it's what's the temperature here? 23 Celsius. So it's pretty cool morning right now for Bangkok. I don't think today's supposed to get too hot, so it might stay in the 80s all day. At 8:08 p.m. So it's still my birthday in Florida, Stuck. So it's still the 30th. New Year's Eve here. So I turned 188 years old yesterday. So I look pretty good, I think, for my age. I don't know. We'll see. 42 as of yesterday. So, getting up there in age. But back to Josh's question regarding, the channel is that, I really do intend, a lot of like the design, a lot of the business behind the scenes stuff will live on this channel. And a lot of like the sort of creative ideas that we go through in the business will live here, and like the trial and error. And that was kind of always sort of my hope for the channel. When I was in the tech space, this channel focused way more on, tech startups and, real scale and growth type of things. But I think as, Supervillain Design Studio is really more of a small business venture now, this channel will shift to do more of those, more things focused on that. And I think there's a lot of parallel between the world of tech startups and the world of small business. So I think it'll be a pretty good transition. However, because my company is more design focused and media focused now, a lot more of those aspects will come out. Thank you very much, Stuck. I appreciate it. Hey, Born No Bad Productions, how you doing, man? 42, young whippersnapper. Thank you very much. Yeah, 42. However, because I'm in Thailand and Jib always teases me on this because my birthday's right near the end of the year. So she always says, the way Thai people look at it is when the year rolls over, you actually increment the year because that's the year you'll turn the next age. So by her estimates, I've been like Thai people would call me 42 since January 1st of this year. And on January 1st of next year, they'll start to call me 43 because that's the year I'll turn 43, despite the fact that, my birthday is in December. So she always teases me with that. But yeah, I just turned 42. Getting up there in age, but still feel good. And like I was talking about my exercise goals earlier, that I was talking about my exercise goals earlier. And so I've been really hitting those hard the past like 4 or 5 months. And so, I feel really good. I'm starting to I feel much younger than in my 40s. I feel as good as I did in my 30s, maybe better. So I'm pretty happy about that. So, Mike, man, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. How's the back, dude? You feeling okay this morning? I read 0 to 1 book at your YouTube recommendation. Since then, I've designed my own version of granny panties and I'm killing it. Yeah, but like, what are your granny panties looking like after reading 0 to 1? You read it since yesterday. So being unable to, this is how incredible Mike is. Mike can't even really move around that well right now. His back is all jacked up, but the video drops last night. Shops are closed. He somehow gets the book, reads it, and has already taken over the granny panty game. I'm in trouble. I got guys like Mike out there. I'm in trouble. But I hope you're feeling better, bro. I know that you were saying that, not feeling so great the last few days. And for those of you guys who follow Bangkok Strange, we normally do a Wednesday live stream. I basically just told Mike, focus on getting, your ass 100% so you can live it off. And, he's been, doing all his stuff, but I know when I had back injuries, I couldn't sit for long periods of time without being in extreme pain. So I'm sure Mike, unless he was going to be able to do it somehow on his back, it wasn't going to be a very good live stream for him. So hopefully you're getting better in that regard, my friend. Yeah, closer to are they closer to the pens? No, man. The granny panties, it goes up to like just below the sternum, right? That's the waistline. And then, they're really baggy throughout the seat, right? The front and the seat really baggy, but super tight to the mid thigh. It's a great look. Very sexy. They look like tea bags from Victoria's Secret. So the odd thing is the young grannies are in the main demo. I believe they call those GILFs, Mike. GILFs. Oh, really good coffee this morning. Always happy to have a nice fresh cup of Thai coffee to get me through the morning. Time to open a street shop in front of Soy Cowboy, right? Soy Cowboy, I believe, is all closed down. Nana Plaza, Soy Cowboy, completely closed down. So we could probably get some prime real estate right now at a great price. And when Cowboy opens back up, the Bangkok Strange granny panties will be in full effect. You can pick those up. Like I said, the waistline right under the sternum, really tight to the mid thigh, super baggy, all the rage. Make them really sheer though, so they're see through. I saw once on Shark Tank. There was an older couple, like in their 50s, in their 60s or 70s, and they invented some type of like skin tight panty that was like couldn't pass air through it except for like where the butt is, and they had a charcoal filter over the butt crack, so if you farted, it eliminated the smell. But they were non-permeable material, right? So you must have been sweating all day in these things. So just imagine like like this really dank, wet fart passing through these like non-permeable panties, just with this one space that had a pass-through with a charcoal filter. They must have been disgusting at the end of the day. BS panties, damn right. All right, short answer, back sucks. Doctor says take 1 pill every 24 hours. Taking 2 every 6 doesn't even work. heading to hospital after a shower. So, Mike, like I told you yesterday, man, you need anything, dude, just give me a shout. Mike is just a few neighborhoods away from me. So, it's easy for me to pop over there and, help him out if he needs anything. So Mike, really, if you need anything, dude, just let me know. I'll jump over. If you can't move around, you just need help with something, give me a shout. We'll make it happen. New channel, laying my ass off. I think there's a few guys who have very similar themed channels getting laid in Bangkok. Stickman comes to mind. Yeah, so Mike he's been actually after it. I don't want to talk too much about Mike's medical stuff, but he's been trying to get help for the last couple of days. And like I said, having 2 ruptured discs in my back and, had to spend a year learning to walk again. I definitely, when I was in my 30s, or no, I might have been in my 20s. I ruptured 2 discs trying to rack a power supply. The very dangerous world of tech, of telecom engineering. So, it was it definitely pain, and I can relate to where he's at. The Stuck says, I was told that ties count from the time of conception is the reason that they are older than their actual age from birth, but I may have misunderstood. When Jib gets all situated, we'll ask her. Tough to lock down the actual date of conception, though. I mean, unless you're really taking count, I'm sure there's it must be just guesswork, right? But I've never heard that, but I mean, it's very possible, Stuck. I mean, it could be like a very country thing that, you have to that they do that as opposed to in the city. But the way Jib explained it to me was that, they count it based on the age you'll turn the year that you're in. So for me, I only get 2 days of my actual age, and then the next year it's all like 43 according to her. Though obviously I don't go by that. So Mike, I was talking about earlier some of our goals for Bangkok Strange. I don't know if you were on for that, but like me and you, once you're back at it, you and I'm sure we'll get together and have a smoothie and a coffee and discuss like some of our plan strategies and goals for Bangkok Strange for 2021. And I think it's wide open. Like 2021's it's not like the shit that was going down in 2020 is ending anytime soon. So it's very real that we could end up having a whole other year or 3/4 of the same stuff that we've gone through. And I think there's just opportunity in that for a lot of us. And of course there's all this fatigue that comes with a lot of that. But I think some of us are just in fantastic positions to take advantage. I think this channel has that great opportunity. Bangkok Strange, Josh, I know you do, Dapper Villains. I think there's opportunity in this time for people who have been positioned right and who positioned themselves right through 2021. Yeah. So guys, Mike's just saying, thanks to everyone. Yeah. Sitting way too much in front of a laptop editing. Yeah. Are you sure it wasn't all that beach sitting, and diving around the feces on the sand, Mike? That could have been it too, trying to get all limber. Yeah, dude, I'm so stoked as well. So a lot of you guys, pretty much everyone here follows Bangkok Strange. Mike and I have the Hill Tribe project. I was really pushing for like December, January. December couldn't happen because of travel schedule with Mike, and January just isn't going to happen anyway. And actually, like I was pushing for like the end of the end of December originally, and those dates just wouldn't have worked for Northern Thailand based on what's going on. And now with the new restrictions, we've got to try to figure it out. There's a really small window before the rainy season starts up there and makes it too dangerous to travel. So one of the things that we've got to figure out ourselves and talk to the teacher and see what's viable. Again, like up there too, like it's a big part of that is Mike and I not wanting to put that village at risk, because if they were to get an outbreak in the village, it could be devastating because medical care is, a half a day away. It wouldn't be the first time I've misunderstood a Ty's explanation. You and I both stuck. You and I both. I'm just gonna throw amaze balls up there. I don't even know what it's in reference to at this point, but it's always good to have more amaze balls in your life, especially when you're on a live stream. Yeah, crushed 2 discs in my back years ago, pulling an iron cord PS. Remember the yeah, I do remember the iron cord PS. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, so I was racking a telecom power supply, a 48-volt power supply out on the plant, and I was trying to pull it out of the back of the truck, and it's only the power supply itself is only about like 80 pounds, but all the weight is in a quasi square wave generator that sits in the back corner of this. And when I reached, it was under the rack in the truck, and I reached and pull it out with one hand just to get it sort of in the middle of the truck so I could yank it out more. And just something in my back, I heard it physically like a pop, and my leg went completely dead. I fell down and I couldn't walk, and not the best thing. I was in a ton of pain, and it probably took me like 8 months over the next year to really start to get mobility back and learn to walk again and move. I learned to walk using a cane for a while, and it sucked. I was out of work for like over a year, and as much as I talk shit about Cox, where I used to work as an engineer and a technician, the one thing I can really say about Cox was when I was hurt, they were just really cool. Like, and it's funny because a lot of people talk about like, oh, I got hurt and my job gave me a hard time, and they're on disability. Some people are legitimately hurt, can't go back to work, and the companies really fuck with them and take them to court and all this stuff. And at least I can say about Cox was they were super super accommodating, and actually when I could walk with a cane again, they actually let me come back into the office on limited duty as opposed to staying home, despite the fact that the insurance recommended against it. So I think they brought me back for like 60 days, and then they were like, oh, we can't keep you on because the insurance is really giving us a hard time. And then it was like a few more months before I could come back. But it was just, like I said, of all the things I'm super grateful for is how cool they were when I was injured and helping me work through it. So I know that's not everyone's experience, but for me, you know, and it was just, I think at that point too, I was like maybe like 8 months into being out of work, and just being able to go back for 2 months was just such a big psychological boost for me that it was really good when that happened. So there's so much opportunity. Some bigger people have stepped back and changed directions, leaving so much space open in the video social media space. Yeah, absolutely. People have really changed their methods, and if you can see the opportunity, thread the needle, so to speak, it's there for you. Beach feces is why your skin's so dark, makes them look slim. Yeah, out there on those maybe it's too like that hot sand you're walking on, Mike. It's always got you like shifting back and forth. It could be a contributing factor. little laugh emoji. Yeah, but it's the way things are going, man. There's to Josh's point. If you're looking at goals this year and you're in the content space, there's definite opportunity to jump out there. Oh, thank you, Bev. Jump out there and make a difference. Hey, Jim, real quick, we're talking about why you call me 43 instead of 42. So why is that? Because,
Hi.
So how come you like to age me a year instantly?
Well, here like we consider as like a birth year, not a birth month. It's like I was born in March, so no matter what, tomorrow, January 1st, I'll be 40.
You'll tell people you're 40 no matter what. So, even though you're not 40 until March.
Yeah. So I have to say like, okay, I'm 40, but for like unofficial, they was like, oh, I'm almost 40. But like if you have to fill in like the form, easier to say just write down like you're 40 because like they will calculate like look at your birth year and then
But
40.
so for March, not that big of a deal, right? So March isn't a big deal. December 30th, right? That's a big deal. Like all
It's not a big deal.
I
It's
get-
just number.
I get 2 days of enjoying
Yep.
my age, and you're like, oh,
42.
yeah, 43
Tomorrow
now.
you 43.
You see what I'm dealing with here? Oh, so Stuck had a question. He had heard that Thais count their age from the date of conception. Have you ever heard that?
Huh?
He was wondering like the Thais count their age from the date of conception.
You mean?
Yeah.
No, that's Chinese and Korea.
Oh, so he said that's. Oh, so Stuck. She's saying that's Chinese and Koreans that count that.
So my dad, he is like a Chinese Thai. So he told me before like Chinese, I don't know nowadays if they still use that system. He said like they count the day like let's say gestational age too. So they plus that. So when infant was born, they already age. But for Thai, they count that day 0 or day 1, I would say. For Korean, from what I heard, like well, K-pop, so they talk about the age, and like they say they plus 1 year from like the day that they were born plus 1 year.
So do they keep a log so they know specifically what day they were conceived? Like chances are it was this Saturday after the Blackpink concert. No.
No, this is spoiler stuff. Just kidding. But like I think this system not fair for preterm baby, you know. How can it calculate?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, but Koreans are weird. Maybe they're keeping journals of every time they had sex, right? They have a shrinking population, so it could be like, had sex like the day after the Blackpink concert. I think that's when you were conceived, little one.
Dirty old man.
I am a dirty old man. So yeah, Josh has got it good. He's born in January, so fucking does January 3rd doesn't matter for him. The Thai date system's okay. Lucky bastard. Yeah, so Josh coming up just a few days. Dude, the scene right now with ease, bring wife on the live stream with 0 effort. I hope that, soon enough you'll be able to do that as well, brother. I'm very hopeful. And you and I have talked about some special Bangkok Strange episodes once Gracie's in town and we can pull off some stuff. But hopefully, if all goes according to plan, she gets that court date sticks, and then she's back at it and she's able to get here February, March timeframe. Let's hope. See what happens with our current situation. But, government's really locking down and I think doing the right thing. So I'm hoping that we'll flatten the curve. Not lockdown, but they're locking certain things down.
Yeah, certain place.
Yeah, and
like so there's no official lockdown here. So government announced that okay, there will be no lockdown, but like they will restrict for some area, like some market that has like numbers of infected people, just that. So like actually you still can travel around country, but they just say okay, this province or this district, please don't go. But they're not gonna shoot you if you go. You can go, but it's take your own risks. That's it.
They're saying don't be stupid, right?
Yes.
But
you should know better.
And then they've closed. There's no cockfighting, either type of cockfighting going on. And then they closed massage parlors and soapies.
Yeah.
So damn, I just thought about because Mike's got the back issue, so no massage for Mike.
No, Thai massage still real massage open.
Okay.
Soapy or happy ending massage not open.
Okay, so real massage shop. So I wonder if the massage shops at the on Sukhumvit near us would be open.
The one in front of the store?
Hmm.
They're open. They're all auntie.
Yeah, but I'm kind of that sketchy room they bring us to for the massage. I'm often
No,
wondering.
like they kind of dim the light down, so relax. It's like it's not that type of like you just walk to fancy room. No,
Yeah.
no, there's like real massage.
Yeah.
I went to the third floor.
Yeah,
It's like
true, yeah.
it's like good bed
Okay.
and the current, so make it private, but
Mm.
it's still next to the next bed. It's
Mm.
not like you can do something and
Yeah.
no one hear you.
It's funny, like if any of you guys know Soy 23, which is near the infamous Cowboy. Jib and I were going to the post office. Jib remembers this story. We were going to the post office and we took Grab to drop us right off on Soy 23. And it's not that far down. I mean, it's past Cowboy, but it's like maybe midway between. If you guys know where Clubhouse is, the bar in 23, it's sort of like midway between Cowboy and that, and not far at all. And we got off. We went to the post, dropped our stuff off, and we were walking back, probably going to Pala, best pizza on the planet, in my opinion, which we had as our birthday dinner. My birthday dinner yesterday was Pala, so I can't complain. Best pizza in the city, get it delivered. But we're walking back from the post office, and literally we're like 10 feet, not even 5 meters from the post office. And all of a sudden you're walking past all these very sketchy, we'll call them massage parlors, and this girl reaches out and touches my hand and tries to pull me towards their massage parlor. She's like, "Oh, massage," and literally in my other hand I'm holding Jib's hand, so I'm like, what's going on? And Jib looks over and she's like, "What the?" Like, super aggressive sales, so super aggressive. But I mean, you get that walking on 23, but this was midday. It'd be like 1 p.m. And this went down. And Jib was like, "Maybe you're just so big they can't see me on the other side of you." That kid is Jib hide. You do pretty much completely hide. You can completely disappear behind me. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is hilarious. That is too funny. You can completely vanish behind me. So, but yeah, that's one of those things that's just kind of weird, that when it goes down, it's the massage parlor thing, very odd indeed.
So if they want like a real massage,
yeah, so maybe
don't go to the shop that girl grab your hand.
Yeah, I always say don't go to any shops where there are no. Don't go to any shops where there are no windows. If you can't see into the front of the shop and there's
Red
no
light.
windows at all, yeah, or there's red lights anywhere, probably not the best idea at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
one tip. So like I used to work in university. The campus is not in Bangkok. So like one of my colleagues, she really wants like a Thai massage because of like pain. So she went out like lunchtime. She went to the massage shop that looks very nice, like very nice. When she went there, it's like, "Oh, I need a massage like 1 hour, like my lunchtime." Like many girls sit there, pretty, like look like normal massage. But then the manager said, "Okay, no one available." She still don't understand like why. Like she saw like all the girls sit there ready to work, but manager insists not available.
Yeah.
So she's like came back to office and talked to other colleagues, like guys colleagues. So they laugh. It's like, "P, don't go to that massage." It's like, what? See, like even the shop that looks nice. So
This is at Salia.
don't say the name. Hey,
Just the name of the town, not the
hey,
university.
Don't say the name. Yeah, but it is. So like if you go and you want massage, you walk to some shop and the manager say no to you, so please go out. That's not for your service.
I know a girl who actually went to a massage and they gave her a happy ending she wasn't expecting, and she just didn't say anything. She was like, "What's going on?" Yeah, it happens.
Somebody try foot massage.
Foot massage.
First, if they really massage, then you can
Mm.
try other.
Frank, I saw your comment. It didn't pop up on StreamYard, but it did pop up on the actual chat for some reason about Thais don't really care about age, so they forget. And I think that's easy for Thais because they look ageless, right? None of my friends who meet Jib believe she's gonna be 40, right? They're all like, no way, she's like in her 20s, late 20s, early 30s, easily. And but like, but for Farang, for an older dude like me, like they're like, oh, what are you, like 50? I'm like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, also a very solid tip from Frank, Senior Frank. Don't go to a shop where they wear more makeup than clothes. Absolutely. Right? You walk by and they're just like covered in makeup and wearing like a little skimpy tank top and some boy short panties. Don't assume that you're gonna get a legit massage there. However, my buddy Uncle Bob, he goes to a massage shop that is very much a happy ending shop, because he can get like 3 girls to work on his feet at the same time, like massage his back and put one on each foot, for like a few hundred baht, especially like midday. Joe P popping in, and you're never late, always on time, especially when you're wearing that Bangkok Strange shirt. And actually, Joe, I saw your message on Facebook. Thank you so much for you sending a package out to us. So thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. That is a beautiful shirt, man. I can't say enough how great that shirt looks. That is a fantastic shirt. I gotta mine's hanging up somewhere. I gotta iron it and get mine on. So actually, I should, when Jib comes back, I'll talk to Jib about some of her goals as well, because she's been in school for the past like year. Hey babe, come here for a minute when you get a chance. So Jib's been in school for the past year studying classic Thai embroidery. So her business has really been on pause. Her business, Knit by Jib, and so she'll graduate this year. I'd like to, for her, like goals as far as coming out of school, transitioning back into her business, and then integrating the new craft into it will be kind of interesting to see how that lines up. Especially like she's got the requirements to graduate for her are quite steep, because she has to essentially she has to finish all of her pieces and submit them all for review beforehand. Hey, babe. So I'm talking about live stream. Talking about goals on the live stream. And what are you eating? Chocolate cake for breakfast? And so you've been in school for the past year, right? And Knit by Jib has kind of been not fully paused, but like 99% paused.
Really
So what are some of your goals for your business as you come into 2021 and looking to graduate, and then what do you plan to do on the other side of that? Closer to them. Closer.
I heard that I can graduate on March 2021. And then I go to another class, Thai drawing, Thai style. As you see it's on the temple wall, I will try to get in that program. So to combine that 2 programs, it will expand my skill a lot, which is, I think it might change the direction of Knit by Jib, like big change. Not just knit and crochet, it will go to embroidery thing in Thai style that you cannot find it anywhere.
So are you planning to, in 2021, after graduation, do you want to start to ramp Knit by Jib back up a little bit because the drawing class isn't as intense as the embroidery, or what are you looking to do overall?
Possible that I will make a Knit by Jib page active again, because drawing class, like, not lots of work, same as embroidery class from what I know. So possible that I can work like evening time and weekend.
Yeah, one of your friends graduated from there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? The good thing from this school is no matter what age you are, you can go into the program. Only the cooking school that they have age limited, just like 45, not older than that, because you have to carry like a big pot, like the size that you cook for like 50 persons. So like if you old, like not strong enough, it's not good for you. But for the rest of the program, you can be like retired 60. Like 2 of my friends in the class, they're like 64 and 62.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jib is actually the second youngest in her embroidery class, which I'm always wondering, like, how do these people see what they're working on? Because I can barely see sewing stuff, let alone fine needle embroidery.
Asian baby.
Yeah.
We don't get old.
Right, no aging, including their eyes. Steve, man, thank you for popping in from the valley today. I appreciate it.
I'm 40.
Yeah. Who thinks she looks
I'm
40?
40.
Literally, there's only like a 2-year gap between us.
3.
By the way you count the years, but
You
it's
was
like,
born in 78.
but-
I'm 81.
but it's like really less than 2.5.
Yeah.
And so like no one, like we're very close in age, and no one believes
No
that.
filter, no makeup.
Yeah.
Just after shower.
Right.
Come
This
downstairs.
is a little bit bullshit. And then,
You like it or not?
of course, for me, it's good, right? That I have, you look so young, but then you look at me and like everyone thinks, especially when Jib wears her school
Oh
uniform,
yeah, that's a good
'cause-
story.
because where she's at, her school uniform looks like the high school students' uniforms, and
Yeah.
like
White and blue.
yeah, white and
shirt,
blue.
skirt.
And so if she's wearing that and then we're out together, people clearly think I'm like some dirty old sex pat with like a high school girlfriend.
You are.
No, stop it. But Steve, thanks for popping in, man. Oh, I see Hike in the comments. Oh, I can't watch tonight. Got to work tomorrow. So lucky to work on New Year's Eve. I can ask 2 questions. Are you doing Q&A? Yeah, man, ask away. Do whatever you want. Put in the comments. I'll get to it for sure. Yeah. So Steve says Jib is no older than 24, right?
Oh, thank you. It's so nice.
Yeah, this is the bullshit I have to deal with when I'm out, because everyone thinks I'm like a dirty old sex pat, well, especially with my solar panel up top here.
I have it too.
18-year-old Jib, 61 years old guy, right? Yeah, it easily possible, especially with my beard going a little bit more gray. It's not going to be a good contrast soon. But yeah, Jib is the second youngest in her class, and the person younger than her is she's only 1 year younger. Yeah, so the majority are much older. All right, Hike. So here in your last video, you referenced some gas station dick pills. Do you know where I can get some good ones? I don't need them, but a friend wants to know. Yeah, so you pretty much pick them up anywhere. The local pharmacy and down the street from me. Something about like Cialis or Viagra.
Go to Assault.
Yeah, on Assault. Well,
Oh, no,
the ones on Assault are probably like half
no.
cocaine, half like turkey.
The one that, remember we walked from Ambassador.
Oh yeah, the pharmacy. Yeah.
No, it's on the main road. So guys, if you want to find like some special pills and like some toy, so go in the night, like when it's dark. Walk from Sukhumvit 13, I think, go to Assault. So on that side of the road, as I remember, lots of like evening temporary shop would set up when it's dark.
Yeah.
So you will see all the stuff, and like most of the vendor there, they speak English.
So if you watched Chris from Retired Worker from You's live stream last night, he started at Soy 11 and he turned the camera around to one of the street vendors who was selling. They had a table full of dildos and dick pills.
Yeah, that type of they can get for sure.
But
I don't know if it's genuine or not.
yeah, it's probably not genuine, but like they sell the fake Cialis and fake or off-brand Cialis and Viagra from those tables. But you could walk into any pharmacy here in Bangkok and buy like a male enhancement type of pills. So you can get remember the pharmacy at China Wet, they had that Chinese pill, Mr. Tum or Mr. Trung. Is basically like testosterone pills for old, and the guy's like, yeah, you only take this if you're about to die because it will destroy your liver. That's what the pharmacist told me. He's like, you're too young for this.
Uncle?
Yeah.
Oh, he's nice.
Yeah, the old pharmacist. But yeah, you can get and then in the US, like if certain states, like you can buy them, like especially if you go to like truck stops, they have all of these type of like enhancement pills and stuff available at the truck stops. Hike.
Why do you want it?
No, he's saying for his friend.
No, I mean the truck stop.
Because they want to, they need a little bit of help. It's just a little gray, Joe, just a little. I mean, yeah, Jib will point out each individual hair. Don't worry, she's got me covered. Mike says people always think Gracie's older than him because his Tagalog makes him sound like he's 7. Kind of like my Thai. My Thai is maybe about 3-year-old level. My niece my niece Stang will be speaking better Thai than me very soon. 57 just started going gray. Nice, good for you, man. So yeah, I started going bald in my 20s. So in my late 20s, I started to go bald. So I always figured I'd lose all my hair before the gray came in, but now it's coming to my beard. I've got a few up in the head area too. Yeah, I'm going that Bruce Willis route. And did you say you're dating a schoolgirl? Is she allowed to watch R-rated movies? Yeah, so actually, Jiv, you watched The Expendables yesterday. Maybe you're not old enough for that movie. She was all excited to watch The Expendables 3 yesterday. She's like, I have to stop working on everything to like focus on watching this because it's has every star that I grew up watching.
Yes, it's like like so good to see all the guys like when that you like watch this movie when you were young and like wow, they're all in the same movie. It's so impossible at that time. Schwarzenegger and Stallone will be in the same movie. And now you see everyone, especially Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Harrison Ford always looks good. And then Kelsey Grammer was even in Expendables 3, which was weird because he's very much not an action star, right? He played Frasier for 20 years. But yeah, everyone was good at Expendables 3. And I'm a big Wesley Snipes fan from back in the day, and I liked the whole tax evasion joke in there as well. And then Randy Couture, a little self-deprecating, always fun. Yeah, and actually, it's kind of like the first time you saw Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in a scene together in Heat when they're in the cafe going head to head. And I think from a Thai perspective, like actors like that, like Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, that equivalent scene is probably David and Noy in a short you can find on YouTube called The Reunion. If you Google like David Asavana, The Reunion, that it's like a 5-minute movie will come up. But that scene with between him and Noy is kind of like the scene from Heat. Like that's like the two pinnacles of Thai acting. Mike has heard a rumor, just a rumor, that on the sidewalk between Soy 7 and Soy 3 on Sukhumvit, you can find those things.
Oh, I never walked that direction. I just walked down from 11 to so I don't know what is.
Yeah, I never walked past 11. So I've heard that rumor as well. It's possibly true. Pharmacies don't sell the marital aid, so the Sukhumvit vendors offer one-stop shopping. Actually, I think they don't they, because I'm pretty sure you can get like you can't get Viagra and Cialis at the pharmacies, but I'm pretty sure you can get a pretty much like some generic version of it, because the one when I lived in Pachani West, he had something called, I think it was Mr. Tongue or Mr. Tong. It was like a Chinese, it's a herbal, but the guy told me it's like really bad for your liver, which makes me think it's like an oral testosterone.
They might claim it as a supplement, not a medicine,
yeah.
So they can sell it.
Yeah, but actually, so there's a pharmacy on Soy 11. Now it just says pharmacy, but they have all bodybuilding photos in the front. I'm pretty sure you can go into that pharmacy and get pretty much anything. I know actually Tony Huge, who we had on Bangkok Strange, he actually used to have an old video on his channel where he was buying steroids at that pharmacy on Soy 11. So, go and buying injectables, which you can only get from a hospital pharmacy here.
Oh, Joe will come here next year. That's his goal.
Full head of hair here. I felt left out. Yeah. Yeah. The rest of Mike and I are both bald. You get all the hair. You look too good. You like candy, babe? Of course.
Not really.
How much candy do we have in the house right now, though?
Like 4 packs.
Yeah.
And it's still there.
Jib likes chocolate, but she'll leave it in the fridge for like ever, and then eat it like a little bit at a time.
Like 1 piece a year.
Yeah. When I used to go to, but when her daughter comes to visit, like all that chocolate's gone, so it's okay.
Yeah.
When I would go to Malaysia every month, I would always bring home like expensive chocolate from duty free, and Jib would eat like 1 piece, and then Jam would come and like wipe it out. That's a very good goal to have, my friend. Hopefully you can do it sooner rather than later. I know you're waiting on the elite, and hopefully the flights keep going. Oh, I was thinking of going to Smitty Wet Hospital to see the doctor about pain meds. Obviously, this is the most expensive in the area. Can Jib recommend it? So near us, Chameleon and Tong Law is not bad. I've been there. Yeah, and they'll take your insurance. I think they take every insurance, Mike, but they're also incredibly affordable. Jib used to work at Smitty Wet, so I'm sure she recommends. No, used to work at the hospital you mentioned in the comment, and I'm sure. Like, would you recommend that hospital though, even though it's like super expensive?
Yeah, you will get like all the good service, and the staff will really help, and they have like a translator that can go with you. But most of every staff in that hospital speak English.
Yeah, and they have the guy playing the piano at the front entrance, obviously. So always a good time to pop in. But yeah, I think that Chameleon's probably a good bet for you, Mike. It's crazy cheap. They'll take your insurance, no questions asked, and I've never had to wait there more than 5 minutes.
But like your staff is not like really speak English, but like I think you can tell like point where you pain and you need a doctor, so they can help you. But doctors speak very good English there, but most of the staff that work there, I don't know, because I go with you, so they speak to me, not you.
Usually the girl at reception, and then the second reception that you go to, they both speak really good English. And if you've never been there before, like literally they'll walk you over to the section they want you to go to, and they'll take care of you. So, I mean, I would say that the service at Chameleon is pretty good, especially given that it's probably a third the price of Smitty Wet or Bowman Grad, if not less.
So try Chameleon first.
Yeah, try Chameleon over in Tong Law. Just don't get freaked out. I always get freaked out at Catholic hospitals because I'm like, can I really trust the Catholics to properly implement medical science? But yeah, I've never. I'm just joking. It's not like it's a witch doctor, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting place. But it's an older hospital. Probably the decor is like straight out of the 1970s, but service is fantastic. We've been there, and they actually have the international clinic next door, right? Like in the building. Remember we went in there one time?
It's a health check.
Yeah, health check. Yeah. Is that where I got my health check? Well, no, they had that package, the international health check package.
Oh,
yeah. So definitely something to look at. But yeah, Chameleon, like I said, you can take a grab right there. They'll drop you off right in front. And the girl at reception, and then there's like a second reception where they take your passport and take your information. They've always both spoke English really well. And show them your insurance card. But even then, like I think the highest price, I had like minor surgery on my ear, and it was 1,600 baht. So, and that included all the drugs and everything. They have a full pharmacy right there. Definitely easy place to go to. Yeah, you can buy Cialis and Viagra at bigger pharmacies. So I hear. So we've heard. It's possible. It's definitely possible.
We know where to get Viagra, but don't know where to get the painkiller for his back.
Well, no, so this is the thing. Mike's trying to avoid narcotics, but he wants the strongest non-narcotic he can get. Which means like so nothing with opiates in it.
Over here, no one can sell it.
Well, the pharmacy can prescribe it, but he wants something like really strong but no opiate. It is his goal, right? Unless he like really needs the opiates. Oh yeah, here's Hike. Hike's always, man. You're on top of this stuff. He's got the reunion, a short film starring David Asavana and Noi Sukasol Clap. Yeah, so Chrisita is Noi. We actually saw him at Antique Roll. I didn't know if it was him. Jim obviously identified him like right away, even though he had a mask on. And he was talking. We were at the antique fair that one of the videos I posted up. I saw him there, and so he's actually like super famous, like a singer, actor. He's very talented, and actually his family does a. They own the Sukuso Hotel, but they do a charity concert every year. Not this year, though, because obviously they can't hold it in the hotel. But usually we go. It supports Thai Red Cross. And so Noi's mom is like a straight like diva, like voice wise, like, and she's gonna be what, 90,
Oh, I don't know.
80s or 90s.
Yeah, maybe 8.
And when she gets up on stage and she sings and she's hilarious, like her timing is so good, and she still dances.
Google Live and Learn.
Uh,
That's a song.
Yeah, Live and Learn.
Yeah.
Live and Learn, Thai Live and Learn. That's her song. But even at her age, she's a great. Her voice is just bells. Yeah.
Same last name.
Kamala Sukoso, and then her daughter as well is also a crazy good singer.
Yeah.
And she's not even. I don't think she's a professional singer anymore. She just is that good.
She's good because like
To the mic.
well, from what I read, it's like her mom kind of like teach her and train her to sing together, but she's not really like work in that business. So just she's businesswoman. So she sing as like maybe charity only.
But yeah, like could be like Mariah Carey level voice. Like her and her mom are both like diva level like singers, like can just belt. It's like powerful, beautiful music. When they do a bunch of like stuff with their staff at the concert, and it's such a great time. When you guys are here in Thailand, if you have the chance to go, I highly recommend it. But yeah, I was saying like I know Noi's brother. And so when I thought I saw him there, I was like, hey, I think I saw your brother at the antique fair. And he's like, probably. He has a problem with antiques. He buys them all. And so he's like, all the sellers or all the other collectors in Thailand hate him because he gets to it first. Yeah, so you taking off hike, man. Have a good night at work. New Year's Eve, that's one of the benefits of being in tech, right? Someone has to work the holidays. Oh, he sent sugar daddies. Oh, nice. That's it's a candy from it's like a popsicle of pure sugar. So Joe sent us a package.
Wow, thank you.
And yeah, it's like, God, sugar daddies. I remember those. Oh, is it a package? 9 o'clock, not even 9. Shouldn't be a package. That's weird. So yeah, the sugar daddy is like just a popsicle of sugar, if I remember right. Yeah, Mike, if you have any issues, man, just give Jib and I a holler. Like if you need someone to talk on the phone, you got my number, you've got Jib's line. So just like straight to Jib, get in touch with someone. You need any help, just let us know, brother. So Steve, I stayed on story 11. I was completely surprised by the marital aid / D-pill vendor was still open at 3. Yo, man, as long as there are people on the street, there's money to be made, so they're gonna stay open for sure, man. I definitely think it's one of the more interesting aspects, especially where they've got the like the big the Dillards, if you will, hanging out there. So Jib's recommendation of Voltar, whatever, was good, but I need to take 3x the recommended dose to notice any effect. Yeah, I think there's obviously opiates are a controlled substance here as well, Mike. But anything really stronger than that medicine is going to need to be prescribed. And I'm telling you, just like remember, try to get the TENS unit from them, because that will help if you can run it long enough, for sure. Just sent it. Yeah, I saw your messages on Facebook, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Looking forward to it. Yeah, Mike, there's something in that package for you too. So when it comes, I'll holler at you. I'll be interested to see how long it takes, Joe, because some things move through really quick, and then there are some things that just don't make it through. Hey, was that a package, man? Oh, the trash guy. Okay. So did you talk to him about the Yeah. Sorry, we're having a conversation about our trash collection.
Like he said, it's kind of namjai. So I'll pay for next year.
Okay. So you just pay the whole year?
Yeah, for 64.
Okay. All right. So yeah, there was like a confusion as to like what we pay for trash and like what we're charged by the municipality. So it's like I think like our trash collection for the year is 250 baht from the municipality, but you have to pay like the guy who picks it up like a certain amount, and like he kept like coming and asking for cash, and we had a hard time communicating because Jib's at school. So Jib called the office and they called the guy. And so they're having the back and forth now. So Jib's just saying she'll pay him for the year. The stock says I was so busy, a bit late to respond, but 35-year-old Thai lady is all the vibe. Yeah, indeed, stock. And like I said, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the meme about how Asians age, but there's a if you Google like how Asian women age meme, there's a great one that shows them like basically the same age from like 18 to 50, and then it just gets really funny if you can look it up. 3 a.m. is peak time for marital aid and freelance pharmaceutical sales. Indeed, Frank. Indeed, man. But they open, right? So they open early. Like usually you can see them out on the soys at like 8 or 9 p.m. So there are people who stock up, but I think there are also many people who go out to those locations and then decide at like the last minute, like 3 a.m. when they're leaving the spot, like, oh, I'm gonna need some of this. I drank too much Lao Khao at the spot I was at, so I'm gonna need a little something to get the blood flowing. Very, very possible. It's funny, like Tony Huge, the good doctor Tony Huge, takes half a pill of Viagra every day. He says to improve vascularity when he's working out. And but again, he's also I think he goes to the brothels every day as well, or brings some young ladies home for cardiovascular activities every day. So maybe it helps him in multiple aspects of his lifestyle. Hey, so Jib, are we all set with trash? Mm. Yeah. Okay.
Then the official person who should get 240 from
Yeah.
you will come, I don't know what day.
Okay.
Then you will get the yellow receipt,
Okay.
orange receipt, whatever.
Okay. So yeah, just dealing with the trash situation. So we should be good, right?
Yeah, we should be good. So I talk nice to uncle, like, oh, I don't know. Like when we
Yeah, talking to
when we got a letter from district office that say, oh, the trash fee just 20 baht a month, but we keep paying 50. What is that? And I don't know, because you picked 200 from my husband before, which mean you, because you cannot speak Thai, so he doesn't. I don't know. You cannot get information from him. So he said, "Oh no, that's still the 50." So he said it's kind of like tips.
Okay.
Tip him 50 each month that he walked from early of the soy, drag the cart, pick our trash, and take it back to the trash point.
Okay.
So it's fair, like we leave almost the end of the road. So he walked far, and like 50 baht here is not a big deal.
Yeah.
But I just want to make sure what is that, and
Yeah.
like, do we have to pay whatever more or what? Like, I don't want to have any problem with district office. So let's say 600 baht a year fee for convenience, because this uncle actually, he's nice. Like he ring the bell, like if we not like put the trash in the front for many days, because he worry like, oh, there might be a lot of trash in your house. Like I just want to check up if like
yeah, and he does pick up trash 3 days a week. So for $1.20 a month for
it's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
It's cheaper than Starbucks coffee. Oh, I said the name.
It's okay. Yeah, don't buy Starbucks. Their coffee sucks.
Chocolate is good.
The chocolate is good, but their coffee is shit. Do they sell cat litter? Actually, there is a shop at the end of our soy. The stuff that cats pee in.
Yeah.
There's a shop at the end of our soy that exclusively sells baby food, diapers, and cat litter.
Oh, cat food too.
Oh, cat food too.
The owner of that shop, he has a beautiful cat. So, like, they sell kind of a pet food and stuff.
Yeah, they have an awesome cat. Actually, it's super cute.
Cute. I think it's a Scottish fold.
It wasn't Viagra originally heart vascular. I know it was something other than what it is today, and it did have it just had that side effect. But yeah, maybe it was a heart pill. I was thinking about your pizza oven. Yeah, I saw I may have Jibs all mad because I was talking about like
Don't
our next place if we have to renovate the kitchen to have a
okay,
pizza
it's
oven.
like this place is okay, but not this place. It's
But
a rental place.
but the I was looking on Lazada at pizza ovens and then googling some of like the central the company the store for pizza ovens, and they have some nice ones you can get here for sure, some gas powered ones that look pretty easy to use. Sounds like New Jersey trash haulers. Yeah, right. I mean, but you think about it, like how many guys is he getting 50 bought from? Does Yak 1 pay the same as Yak 4?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but he said every house on this soil pay him.
Yeah. Well, but not all pay the same, right? Because don't Tum and Lek pay a different amount than us?
Pay same.
Oh, same. Okay, same. But yeah, so everything here has got its own little mob aspect to it, whether it's trash or scooters or taxis, whatever. But not as no one's getting whacked over trash here. I don't think that they're not going to throw a body away for me for like 3,000 baht. Yes, and still use that for that in some circumstances. But there's definitely still some mob activity with essentially everything that goes on here. If you take Viagra daily, you probably need daily venting pressure release as well, part of the cool down of a workout, not unlike stretching. Yeah, I guess it. Like I said, he is taking it daily, so he told me he takes half a pill every day, pre-workout. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, definitely. So, would you say there's a little bit of a trash mafia?
Of course.
But I mean, at least he picks out trash up 3 days a week for
Yeah.
50
So
bucks.
he does a good job. Like, cannot complain, and like it's a fixed rate, not like, oh, he keep raising the price, and like, you don't want to have problem with this small thing that like it's not expensive.
Yeah. It's funny though. He hauls it by hand, right? So he basically picks everything up with like this wicker basket and will bring it into the end of
So
to the main soy.
let's say if it's like, okay, 50 to tip him and like 20 from official pay, so it's 70 baht. It's like what, $2.50, right, a month. So for the dirty smelly job like that, I will pay for sure. How much you pay for trash in US?
Well, it's part of your taxes, so you pay a lot more.
Yeah,
Well,
right,
I always lived in a city, right, where it was part of my tax. And they take care of like road conditions and trash. It's a lot more than 50 baht a month for sure. And then when I lived in Ohio, so it was actually broken down when I lived in Cleveland about the part of my tax that was for trash. But one of my friends lived in a suburb of Cleveland on the east side where they actually go down your driveway and get the baskets. And so there's like a guy follows the trash truck. He literally has a Segway and he zips up your thing, and the town baskets hook onto the Segway, and he carries them back to the to the trash truck. So people pay different amounts for different services, but no one pays 50 baht a month for their trash in the U.S. So Senior Frank, who lives on 95, pays 200 a month to one of the neighbors to deal with trash for them.
What?
They sort out recycling, and they don't have to deal with the mobsters.
What's that?
200's a lot compared to 50 that we pay.
Why he paid 200?
But they deal with the recycling and everything. He pays his neighbor to take care of the trash.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And why you have to pay that? Normally recycle, like if like a silent guy who comes and pick the old stuff, like the card box or the bottle for you, actually they have to weigh and pay you like how many kilo of card box or how many kilo of like a bottles, and they pay you for that because they can resell it, not you pay him do it.
So yeah, it's true. Like there's a house right on 93 that you can see if you walk to the market, to the Friday market, where they have the house is like a 3-story shop house filled with trash that they're waiting on I assume they're waiting for the price on recyclables to go up to sell it. So babe, Joe pays $45 for every 3 months. So 500 baht a month.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So that means it's better here, cheaper. What's saying?
So Frank says his neighbor was inspired by the trash mobsters.
So seriously, Frank, like, so do you have Thai wife?
I think he has a Thai girlfriend
Thai girlfriend. So ask her
or
like,
wife. I don't
oh,
know.
well, so there's a term called saling. So like the cart that has like the big what a big basket in the front
Yeah.
connect with the half of the motorcycle at the back. That type of people actually they will buy recycled trash from you, like a card box or newspaper or the bottle or plastic bottle. They will weigh it in kilo, and they will tell you like, oh, 5 baht per kilo for this thing or 10 baht per kilo for this thing. Not you pay them to take it, because when we drop the card box in front of the house, I check my CCTV camera. There's some uncle pick it, or sometime auntie pick it in front of the house before the trash uncle will come.
Yeah, sometimes we see our neighbor pop over and steal our trash when we have cardboard.
Yeah.
So he's saying that it was basically the agreement was arranged before they moved in, and it was just easier to stick with what was already in place as opposed to figure it out for himself.
That's true. Like we that's true. Same as us, we have to keep pay the 50. Even like it's not go to the district office, but he said it's as a tip. It's up to you if you want to pay or not. But he said every house here pay that. So well, again, we don't want to fight with like a thing that we can afford. Like okay.
Yeah, just saying. Again, keep it easy. Don't make waves, and I think it just keeps it going. Again, $1.20 for him to pick it up and carry it.
Yeah.
Out, not that big a deal.
Well, instead of like maybe a thing like this, like for us, if we don't pay the 50 baht every month for him as a tip to pick trash in front of our house, it will be you or me carry all those back, drop to the point early of the like in front of the soil. 3 days a week. The time that the trash will come, that will be lots of work for us. So let's say 50 a month. Instead of doing that, are willing to pay.
Yeah, definitely worth it. And I think 200 is probably worth it as well. Like if you don't have to deal with figuring out, how to separate the stuff or how to put it together. And like Jim said, she checks the CCTV. There's always, if we have cardboard or bottles out, there's always someone out there trying to rummage through our trash and take it. So always very visible indeed. But again, goal wise for 2021, I'm definitely okay with one of my goals being don't take the trash to the end of the soy. So New Year's Eve today in Thailand. Again, all countdown activities are canceled. We're not going out. Usually we have friends that we spend time with.
Countdown at Icon Siam still.
Oh, really?
But no one there. Like they will fire. What's that? Oh my god.
Fireworks.
Oh yeah, firework. Like as a countdown, but no people there.
I just noticed. Is this thread messed up? Oh, it broke.
Ooh.
That's not good. I just had noticed one of the threads on our sewing machine was broken. Pretty sure that the cans of glass go to one neighbor and the cardboard goes to another. I'm not paying to be Ferrankinok of the neighborhood and I stand out already. No one's trying to be the Ferrankinok, which is if you guys don't know, Ferrankinok is a bird chick guava Ferrang. Bird chick guava. So it's like the white dudes who you see with like backpackers with a chong tang top and dreadlocks, And a goal of mine every year is to not be a Farang Keynote.
You're from Kichang.
Yeah, so Jib always jokes I'm Farang Kichang, like because Chang is elephant, so I'm a huge Farang, bird ship Farang elephant. But yeah, that is definitely a goal, is to not be the Farang Keynote of the neighborhood. I think I'm like on my side, there may be another foreigner out here. I don't know, but like I see someone occasionally on the main soy, but I think I'm the only like Farang in my whole neighborhood, as far as I can tell. That you see, like I said, occasionally we see like that old guy, but like I don't know where he lives. I just see him walking around. Yeah.
Saw like a white woman.
Yeah.
that
You saw a white
New
woman?
York.
Well, I saw a white woman at 7-Eleven one time, like when COVID first started.
So this is like lots of small soy
Yeah.
inside, so we never know.
I was at 7-Eleven. I saw like maybe like a 30-year-old white woman, kind of like a Ferrankino look to her as well. And this is like March, April, when COVID was first kicking off. And I was at 7-Eleven. I had my respirator mask on, my 3M respirator with the dual filters. And I walked in, and literally this woman saw me, and she started to cry. Like she started to bawl her eyes out when she saw me with my mask. I was like, what's going on? Why are you so? Don't be a Karen. Do not be a Karen. Oh, yeah, can you grab it for me, babe? I'll throw it on. Yeah, so I got this 3M mask actually when air quality was really bad a few years ago, when AQI was hitting like 200 plus every month. Jib's trying to pull it off. So it should be just hooked on, babe. So air quality was super bad, and the regular mask wasn't doing good. So I got this respirator from 3M, and it has dual N95 or P100 filters that I wear that are on there, and it really, like, you could walk past like one of the stinky clongs, you could walk past all of that stuff and be like fine, like you wouldn't smell anything. It really does a great job of filtering stuff out. But people will look at you funny, like you look like Bane. And then I'll often joke with Jib, I'll talk in the Bane voice, like, oh, you think the darkness is your friend. And Jib gets mad at that. But so it goes over the back of your head, and I'll take down this, and then so here's the mask. And we just throw this on, flip it, it's all twisted up. I probably put it away wrong. All right, it goes on like this, and you can say, oh, you think the darkness is your friend. And it just goes back here, and you're safe from pretty much everything. Well, yeah, you gotta slide this up. Oh, so you think the darkness is your friend? I was born in it, thrived in it. Oh. But again, it's a great fit. It's super fit, and the filters work fantastic. So yeah, great mask as far as protecting you from air quality, COVID, anything. And it comes down far enough that and it's tight enough that it makes a pretty decent seal, even with my beard.
Because it's silicone.
Yeah, because it's silicone in it. Of course, it's not going to protect me from like a chemical event, but it is going to help.
No, it protects you from chemical too.
No, not with my beard, though,
Yeah.
is what I mean. At the condo, there are a ton of foreigners.
Yeah.
Are you talking about what was that, IDEO up on 95? Yeah, I said 93. I see a bunch of Farang up there.
I think they're teacher. I saw like in the morning, like 6:30 a.m. Like many of them get into one van. So maybe that's a teacher from international school in Bangna.
Sex workers. They're all sex workers going
to. They dress well, like a work shirt with trousers.
I don't know. Do you know what a picnic table is, Ben?
What is that? Like when you go out with the go camping?
Yeah. So usually it's wooden. Like you'll see it at campsites, like a wooden version.
Oh. We have it at IKEA.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Yeah. So do you like that type of table?
Not really.
No. That's what
because
Joe
when Thai go for picnic, we use a mat. Just put it on the ground. We sit on the ground, not on the chair.
Oh, look at her shirt. Oh, you're saying like, oh, the picnic table on your shirt.
Oh yeah, it's from auntie.
Her aunt gave it to her. Well, with that, guys, I mean, it's probably time for us to get some work done on New Year's Eve here before we kick off the day. But I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us for sure. Thank you so much. I hope you guys all have a safe, happy, healthy New Year. We'll be back in 2021 with more content. Guys, keep taking action, make your ideas reality. Thank you for coming and hanging out. I appreciate all of you. Set your own goals for 2021. Take advantage of opportunities if they're out there. And for those of you guys who are Thailand bound, I hope to see you next year in Thailand. Actually, in Senior Frank, I'll be seeing you next week probably. Me and you will link up, go to Serial Pickler, and get some jalapenos. And then I want to check out your podcast setup as well. So guys, take care, be safe, be healthy. See you next year. Thank you so much.